What's up, my guys, and welcome back to this god-awful show. I'm your host, Cody, and I tell you what, I'm gonna be right back. I ain't wearing that we the ones bullshit. Hey, you know you getting old when you gotta grab that knee on the way down. And look here, I don't care what Dom Toretto said, but as Roman found out tonight, family ain't worth shit. I mean, even those fine folks over in Arkansas ain't seen a cousin get screwed like we saw Roman did tonight. I tell you what. But enough about all that. Let's talk some damn wrestling. Now, what we do here on the show, the Wrasslin report card, is I take a wrestling show. I break down every match. I give them each a letter grade, and at the end, I tally them some bitches up to get that show its own report card. And tonight, not only do we got both the men's and women's Money in the Bank ladder matches, but we got 3 title matches tonight, as well as Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa go to all-out war with their cousins, the Usos, as the Bloodline saga comes full circle in some of the best storytelling I think we've ever seen in wrestling. And tonight, you got the big return that shocked everybody. That's right. John Cena made his return, as well as the hometown hero, Drew McIntyre. That's right, the Scottish psychopathic warrior makes his return. And I tell you what, that crowd was crazy all night. You almost had the roof about to blow off the O2 over there, isn't it? So as you can tell, I'm out of breath over here. We got a lot to talk about. So without further ado, go on and buckle up, because it's going to be a bumpy ride. And let's get to grading, my guy. And we kicking this sumbitch off with the men's Money in the Bank ladder match. That's right, we getting straight to it, because Triple H, he ain't fucking around, dude. Now, if you are subscribed to the cock, go on and give this one a watch, because these 6 got in and got after it. I tell you what, you had bodies flying into ladders, ladders flying into bodies, and Logan Paul might actually be dead after that Spanish fly into the table. I mean, thanks, Ricochet. No, really, thanks. And just when it looked like we were about to have everybody saying L.A. Knight, yeah, Damian Priest met him atop the ladder, and then he hit that sumbitch with a nasty broken arrow, sending him along with his dreams crashing back down over 10 feet, and to everyone's surprise, Damian Priest climbs up, unhooks the briefcase, and is your 2023 Senior Money in the Bank. Hey, shawty, what you drank? Now look, I know we all wanted Mr. Los Angeles to win here. I know I did, but at least it's not Logan Paul, and that's how you kick off a show right there. I tell you what, I'ma slap a B+ on that sumbitch. Now, let's get into our first title match of the night. You got the women's tag team titles on the line as Ronda Rousey and Shayna defend them sumbitches against the champs that never lost them, Raquel and Liv Morgan. And I tell you what, to start this thing off, Ronda and Shayna were out there just ragdolling old Liv. And with Raquel out of the picture for the most part, Ronda looked well on her way to retaining them titles. But out of nowhere, Shayna Baszler turned on Ronda Rousey. By God, Shayna Baszler choked her ass out. And I tell you what, this place damn near came unglued. You had Ronda lying there unconscious, everybody in shock, so Shayna just walked off and left her lifeless body there for Liv and Raquel to pick up the scraps. So they did. To add insult to injury, they each hit Ronda with their own finishers before Liv made the cover, got the 1, 2, 3, and new Women's Tag Team Champions Liv and Raquel. Yeah, that's cool and all. However, the real story here is Shayna, wait for it, by God, Baszler. I tell you what, boys, we can come out the woodworks now, because she is back, baby. Now, Triple H, let's put a rocket on her back and push her to the moon. But for that women's tag team match that just happened, that was awesome. Best one we've had in a long time, might I add. I'm going to slap a B on that sumbitch. Now, we go straight into our second title match of the night, as you have Gunther defending the Intercontinental title against Matt Riddle. And you know how this went down. Gunther beat the absolute dog shit out of this boy, and to finish it off, he grabbed that injured ankle and just started slapping his foot. It looked like I do when that sumbitch falls asleep, I tell you what. And then after slapping that thing about 20 times, Gunther put Riddle in an ankle lock, and he made Matt Riddle tap out. And still, your Intercontinental Champion Gunther, but don't get too comfortable, because next thing you know, you hear that unmistakable sound of the clinking of the swords, and by God, Drew McIntyre is back. He comes down and is now face to face with the champ, and you already know this place was going absolutely wild. Now Gunther actually shoved Drew, so Drew answered with a Glasgow kiss and then counted down with me. 3, 2, 1, Claymore. And I gotta say, they love that Scottish fuck over there across the pond, don't they? I tell you what, I'ma slap a B+ on that sumbitch. And next, you got Cody Rhodes, the American Nightmare, going one-on-one with Dominik Mysterio, and you can't ever forget about Rhea Ripley, who was ringside, and anytime Cody Rhodes looked like he was getting some momentum, that damn Jezebel would interject herself, but she probably should have done a little bit more of that interjecting, because next thing you know, boom, Cody cut her! He followed that up with the crossroads, and ain't nobody kicking out of that, my guy. I'm gonna slap a B- on that sumbitch. Now check this, next thing you know, I'm sitting on my couch, and then I hear John Cena's theme, and I'm like, are you shitting me? Another video package? Like, come on. But then I look up, and by God, it's John Cena over in London, and I tell you what, that caught me as well as the entire O2 Stadium off guard. Now, unfortunately, Cena isn't here for another match. However, he is here to try to get WrestleMania over in London, and I tell you what, those wankers about blew the roof off that damn place when Cena announced that. Now, at this point, we're all sitting around like, who's gonna run out on John? You know, whoo, whoo, whoo. When you hear the beat drop, and next thing you know, you got the Dynamite from down under, Grayson Waller coming out, and I tell you what, this crowd was letting the young lad have it, wasn't he? Isn't it? Anyways, Waller basically said, screw London, let's go on and bring Mania to the down under. And John Cena, your track record ain't looking too good. In your last 3 matches, you lost to Austin Theory, Roman Reigns, and The Fiend. Hey, what up, Bray Wyatt? So maybe you could come to the down under and get a rub from the Grayson Waller effect. And Cena was like, you want me to go to the down under with you and get a rub from you? Nah, I'm good. So he starts walking off, but Waller grabbed him, and then when Cena turned around to hype the fans up, that rat-faced cracker cheap shot at him. But hey, this is John Cena we're talking about, damn it. So he got up, picked that sumbitch up, and hit him with the FU, and kept it moving. How you doing? That was awesome. It's always great to see Cena. I had no clue that was happening. I tell you what, I'm gonna slap an A- on that sumbitch. But now let's jump over to the women's division, because it's time for the women's Money in the Bank match. And is it just me, or can Io Sky get over anywhere on this damn planet? Now, the rivalry between Trish and Becky coming in here ain't slowing down at all. They were beating the loving shit out of each other, and halfway through this sumbitch, Trish and her girl Zoe actually pulled out a pair of handcuffs, but Becky escaped, only with them around her wrist for now. And holy shit, did you see Zelina Vega hit that code red onto start from the ladder onto the other damn ladder? Yeah, that was wild, bruv. Now, Bayley screwed up, because at one point she screwed Io Sky over, and it came back to bite her in the ass. I tell you what, because next thing you know, Bayley and Becky were fighting on the ladder when Io took both of their hands, and remember that handcuffs there, and she handcuffed Bayley to Becky through the ladder, and then Io did the unthinkable as she climbed over Bayley, and by God, Io Sky is your 2023 Mrs. Money in the Bank. That's what I'm talking about. The women's match was way better than the men's match, in my opinion. I'm gonna slap an A on that sumbitch. But now we got our third and final title match of the night, as Seth Rollins defends that World Heavyweight Championship against Finn Balor. And old Finny B has been waiting 7 years, 7 long years, to run this one back. I mean, you really gotta hate someone to hold a grudge that long. I mean, he's still got a ways to go to hit that Bret Hart level. Anyways, these two were out here trading move after move after move. When next thing you know, Senior Money in the Bank, Damian Priest comes down, briefcase in hand. But hey, my guy just simply wanted to get a better view of this great match. Now, during all of this, Finn Balor took advantage because he hit the champ with not one, but 2 of them there coup de grace before rolling that sumbitch back in the ring. However, when Finn went up for the 3rd one, Damian Priest stood up on the outside of the ring, and that caught Finny B's eye just enough for my guy to miss, which Rollins capitalized immediately with the stomp, and ain't nobody kicking out of that, my guy. And still, your World Heavyweight Champion, Seth freaking Rollins, you know those two ain't never gonna miss. I'm gonna slap an A on that sumbitch, but that's enough of the talk because it's time for the main event. You got the Bloodline Civil War. That's right, it's Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa going up against the Usos. Now, Solo started this sumbitch off, but then Roman demanded for Solo to tag him in, and you my guy and all, but why you have to go punk this dude out like that? Come on, Roman. And London, y'all my people over there, but whoever in the hell was calling my guy a tribal wanker, me and you gonna have to have some words, okay? And this London crowd was letting Roman Reigns have it the entire night. And let's be honest, it wouldn't be a Roman Reigns match if the ref didn't get knocked out, right? And of course, right when they knock his ass out, the Usos hit the 1D, and those English wankers counted all the way to 12. Yeah, I was surprised they could count that high too, and Roman still ain't moving. Now, we get everybody up and stirring, the refs up and stirring, when boom, Roman and Solo strike with a spike spear combo. Then Solo stacked his brothers on top of each other, but when Roman made the cover to pin him, they both kicked out. Then Solo just started going nuts. He sprawled Jimmy out across the announce table. He went on top of the barricade, but when Solo went for the splash, there was nobody home. Then back in the ring, Roman and Jay were just going at it, back and forth. Then boom, it's Roman with the spear. But Jay kicked out at 2.99, and when he did, he took a page out of Roman's book, because he gave that sumbitch a low blow on the way out. Now you got Roman down, Solo's down, and then Jay comes flying off the top rope for one final splash, and by God, for the first time since December 15, 2019, Roman Reigns had his shoulders pinned to the mat. 1, 2, 3. It's been a while for me, so you're gonna have to excuse me. I'm a little bit pissed, but I do love that Jey Uso is the man to do it. I've been saying it the whole time. It's gotta be Jey Uso, because that is storytelling at its finest right here, because the Bloodline saga comes full circle. I can't wait to see where this goes moving forward. I feel like we're about to see Roman Reigns start spiraling down, and he's going to start lashing out. But who's going to take the belt off of him? I don't know at this point. For that main event, you can't do it any better. I'm going to slap an A+ on that sumbitch. Roman Reigns delivers the best long matches in the history of wrestling. You can argue with your uncle and them all you want. I don't care. But y'all know what part of the show we've gotten to. We got all the grades in. Now let's take a look at the report card, my guy. After tallying everything up, we came out with a final letter grade of an A-. That's right, a 91%. Possibly the best pay-per-view premium live event I have seen in a long time. In WWE, we got to take more shows overseas, because Canada, Puerto Rico, Great Britain, the UK, I mean, honestly, the worst thing about pro wrestling is American crowds. But hey, I do want to appreciate all 12 of y'all that are still tuned in. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, you know you can do the whole like and comment thing too. Also got to shout out my guy, OG Bobby Knifehawk. You know where to find him on SoundCloud. The dude's got great music. Other than that, I'm signing off. I'm your host, Cody. I hope all you BEA beautiful people stay safe out there and have a nice day.